It's a Dreamcastguy. Alright, I'm not going to do this video in that voice, but what's up gamers, Dreamcastguy here, talking today about that new Nintendo Direct. So it's been about 24 hours and pretty much every other YouTuber on the planet has already made like a bunch of shocked reaction freaking videos about it. But I wanted to talk about this because this new Nintendo Direct, it seems to be exactly what fans have been asking for. Now in case you missed it, I did actually upload 2 videos yesterday, which was a deep dive review about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, which was amazing, and Marvel's Avengers, which is a complete dumpster fire. And in fact, before we get into the Mario news, let me show you something real quick that's Tony Hawk related. Do you see this? Look at this. This is actually the collector's edition skateboard that came with the Tony Hawk. Look at this. It actually has a fake signature by Tony Hawk. You see that? They printed that on, baby. All right, let's talk about Mario. So I've always considered myself to be a really big Mario fanboy, but I don't really talk about it in videos because it just seems so obvious. Everybody loves Mario, right? I mean, it's like saying, my favorite food is pizza. Everybody loves pizza, bro. But I'm still excited for this because this year is actually the 35th anniversary of Super Mario, right? This is our chance to actually see the plumber coming back. The main mascot is really being celebrated in a way that I think fans are enjoying. So in case you haven't noticed, there's actually been a shocking amount of games that are coming to the Nintendo Switch with Mario in them, right? Like, if you total it all up with everything, including the collections and compilations and stuff, there are now technically over 20 freaking Mario games on the Nintendo Switch. In fact, they even just shadow dropped one yesterday, which was, you know, Super Mario All-Stars. Look at this. Bam, look at that. Super Mario All-Stars is now on there. So bam, now we have a bunch more even games right there. And you know what? The best is yet to come, because the main thing of this that seems to have the entire internet exploding is the fact that they announced a direct sequel to this. A freaking game called Super Mario All-Stars 3D. And this is going to be a freaking game that combines together Super Mario Galaxy, Super Mario Sunshine, and freaking Super Mario 64. These are arguably the best Marios that have ever been released, and now they're packaging them together, and it's coming out in 2 weeks. This is crazy news, and I'm excited because these look like really good upgrades to the games that were already so fantastic. Now I want to take a second here and just pause the hype train to just acknowledge the major bad, the thing that's the most people are concerned about when it comes to this new cool collection, which is that I am an old school fan of these games. I actually got them growing up, I've played a bunch, I've beaten them, I love them, especially Galaxy. But the weird thing about this collection is that it's only going to exist for 6 months. Yes, this has been fully confirmed now by Nintendo themselves, but when you buy these games, you can buy it digitally, or you can buy like this limited edition physical copy, and then it's going to only be printed until March 31st. Literally 6 months, and then they just cease to exist. And it doesn't really seem to have any motivation for it. Now, I just want to really double down on that. These games are even being deleted off the eShop in 6 months. Now, to me, this feels like just a marketing ploy. It's like the Disney Vault, if you've never known this, but Disney, what they like to do a lot of times is they'll sell like a particular special edition of Aladdin or something for 3 months every 4 years. They'll do something like this to try and laser focus their fan base. And to be perfectly honest, I just think it's dumb to see Nintendo doing this. Nintendo is always so obsessed with forced scarcity, of making it where, oh man, we have to buy it before it gets deleted from the universe. And I just wish that they just sold stuff, you know? I wish that they could just come out there and say, here's some great games, buy some great games, instead of trying to play all the mental chess matches. Now, moving on from here, there is some stuff in here that I really want to talk about, which is definitely the things that people aren't talking about as much, which is there's a new edition being released of Super Mario 3D World, which, you know, this is a Wii U game that people really loved if you picked it up. Now, this is definitely cool to see this game coming back, and the fact that it's getting extra content in the form of Bowser's Fury. but I kind of also wish that they had included, something like Super Mario 3D Land. I'm actually a huge fanboy of that game secretly because I think it's cool. I really like handhelds. The fact that they're bringing back Super Mario 3D World, though, is extra cool. But talking about bringing things back, one of the biggest shocks to me, and something that really kind of stirred up my personal nostalgia, is they're bringing back the Game & Watch. Now, the Game & Watch is super early 80s tech, like precursor to the Game Boy. And I had one of these as a kid, not because it was cutting edge at the time, but because they were so dirt cheap. They were those things that people would buy if they didn't want to purchase a Game Boy. I mean, these things were just literally so freaking bottom dollar bin thing. And I would play that as a kid because it was the only way to game in the car until I got my Game Boy. The fact that they're bringing back the Game & Watch to me is very cool. I am definitely buying the Game & Watch, and I'm not sure if I'm even really going to play it or take it out of the box. I think I'm going to be one of those bad collectors that just keeps it in mint condition because I'm happy that it exists. Now, one of the games they talked about that I wish had been shadow dropped, but they didn't, it's coming out here in a couple weeks, is they're doing a Mario Battle Royale. It's called Mario 35, and the way they've even explained it seems impossible, but I want to see it in action, which is where you're going to be running through your own personalized version of Mario, like the old school 8-bit side-scrolling awesomeness, and then as you're running along, every time you hit enemies and stuff, they die on your screen and get sent to somebody else's universe, so it's like competitive Mario. There's also going to be maybe randomized power-ups, collecting coins, high scores, and the last person standing wins. It seems confusing and bonkers and chaotic, but I'm a sucker for Battle Royale and I like Mario, so combining them together is cool, and it's also going to be free. If you have the Nintendo Switch Online service, they just are going to drop this. It comes out October 1st, I think they said, and I'm into that kind of stuff. I'm glad that they're actually trying to incentivize the Nintendo Switch Online service, because okay, I have it mostly for Splatoon, right? That's the reason I bought it, was for Splatoon 2, is I want to just have a way to actually play this online. It's required, so of course I pay like the $2 a month or $20 a year. I'm glad they finally realized that people are going to pay it, but actually make this a good deal. Make us feel rewarded for paying our subscription fee, right? And I think that this is a cool added thing. Obviously they did Tetris 99, which was sort of the same thing, so the fact that they're actually taking that a step further and doing a Mario version of it is definitely hype. Overall, I have to say that this Direct was very fun, and I think it's nice to see even more love for Mario coming to the Nintendo Switch. That's definitely my favorite thing about this, is that this 35th anniversary has kind of made me realize just how much Mario we've gotten on the Switch. I've been saying this for a while, but I kind of find it fascinating that Nintendo has realized that they have a very special cash printing machine here. People love the Nintendo Switch. They absolutely are freaking picking this thing up like crazy. It is still selling some record-breaking numbers, but people also just enjoy collecting for it. I see so many people in my comment section talking about, I won't buy this until it has a physical edition on Switch, and sometimes people just tweet me pictures of their own Nintendo Switch collection. In fact, even myself, I have the bad habit of, I want to buy games twice. I have games where I picked it up and then later on I get it again on Switch physical. So seriously, right here as I'm sitting down, you can see I have so many games that are super rare. This is the one that's a physical print. Octopath I own digitally and physically. Lost Sphere. So many of these games, especially freaking Golf Story, these are things where it actually matters to me to not just have them, but to be able to almost celebrate them. And it's kind of interesting to see that Nintendo is, in their own way, finally acknowledging that. I think they're starting to realize that, yes, it is kind of, air quotes, lazy to just sell us Mario 64 again with an HD texture pack, but also it's a reward. It is exactly what we want. It's more of the Nintendo we already know and we already love, and we still have new stuff to look forward to. Am I still hoping for a main direct at some point? Am I hoping to see another chance to actually glance at Bayonetta 3 and wherever the heck Metroid Prime 4 has disappeared to? Yes, of course I am. But I'm also totally happy waiting at this point. I've still got my PlayStation 4, I've still got my Xbox, I've still got Tony Hawk to play, and in the meantime, I'm definitely occupied until Nintendo is actually ready to talk about whatever's coming next. but these have just been some off-the-cuff thoughts about everything going on with this new set of games. Are you excited for Mario's 35th anniversary, or do you not really care? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and subscribe if you haven't already. But do me the biggest favor of all and keep dreaming. As I was doing my outro, I just punched myself in the lip. Oh god, nobody edit that together. Oh god, oh, why did I do that? Alright, seriously though, thanks for watching, guys. Look at this, I'm pulling so many collectibles down. What am I doing? What am I doing? Thanks so much for watching that video. If you want to see something else, you can always click this link to see what I put up last, or, you know, subscribe and see what's coming up next. Also, I promise that whatever I do, it'll try not to suck.